Hey, welcome to Pop Stuff and Stuff. This is my recent haul. I've always wanted this. This is Obi Wan Kenobi Starfighter with hyperspace ring. The Starfighter part is not that hard to get, but it's pretty cool. Cockpit opens, of course. I think this goes over Obi-Wan's head. And there's a button here that you can press. And you see it flies apart. I really don't like that. I really don't care for how it flies apart with these parts. The wedge parts flying off, I just don't like that very much. But I like I guess these would be solar panels or heat dissipators. But the hardest part for me to find here was the hyperspace ring. It's always pretty high. Like if you were to find it on eBay. I found it locally in Evansville, Indiana, at the Diamond Avenue Flea Market. A friend of mine has a store there, I guess you could call it, or a booth. Daniel Barrett, and I wanted this pretty bad. I saw he had it, and Daniel's a pretty good guy. He'll give you a discount if you buy, the more you buy. So he had this, and in addition to that, he had this U-wing, which I'm going to do an unboxing of it. The figure, of course, is only 5 POA, which is points of articulation. But I loved this movie, and the scale isn't right. The ship is much, much bigger in the movie than the figure is. If you remember in the movie, this ship actually held several people at once. Including the droid. What was the droid's designation? It was K2SO, I do believe. So this was actually a larger craft, but unfortunately the scale's off. But I'm not too concerned with that because it looks to be a pretty good likeness as a piece that is going to be just displayed only. I don't care about the Nerf stuff, but it looks like a good representation to me. So yeah, it sucks that the scale's off. I'll do an unboxing on it here soon. Also, from Daniel, I got this G.I. Joe Condor Z25. It's missing the canopy here and the canopy here. There's missiles that go inside here, but fortunately it has most of the landing gear. It's missing 2 landing gear, which is these 2 here, and it's probably missing the doors too. But this I've always wanted this plane. Oh, it's also missing this ramjet fan here. That's okay. I'll acquire that eventually. But what's cool about this is as it comes apart, it's designed to do that. And you can see the ramjet. I think this part, well, it becomes two planes, I do believe. This ramjet will fly on its own because there's another pilot back here with the gun. I'm sorry, I said ramjet. There's a gun that goes back here. But this is a cool design. I mean, G.I. Joe has some awesome designs. That's why I'm into the G.I. Joe and these toys in the first place. The date says 1989 on it. The main reason I collect vintage toys is because I just love the designs on so many of them. And we got some more stuff here. Like I said, this is a recent haul. It's actually 2 hauls in one. I traded my friend James Pinhollow for this. I've got the vintage Death Star playset, and this is going to look good up in it. I'm going to actually put 2 together and have a double the size one eventually. But I thought this was cool. And I also have this recent acquisition from eBay. This is, of course, vintage Starbird. I've actually got 3 of these. This one's incomplete, of course. I put a rubber band to hold the battery in. I do not like tape on battery compartments. I hate tape on battery compartments. It's nasty. It gets all grody. There's better ways to do this, but this is just an extra. The reason I bid on the auction was for this other item I'm bringing up. This is Dr. Huer, Buck Rogers. The auction went for really very, very low. I don't bid on auctions too much, or I don't bid a lot of money on auctions. This isn't one of those things where I spend a lot of money on. Only good deals for me. Anyway, I wanted this, but I ended up with the Starbird too. And lastly, I found these at the dollar store. They're a Halloween skeleton garland, but the size of these skeletons is comparable to my Ash Army of Darkness figure. If you look at the size there, these are actually a little bit, they're 5 POA too. These little skeletons are 5 POA, 5 points of articulation, and they almost fit in with my Ash figures. Is that cool or what? They're $1 for 4 of them, and I'll buy that for $1. That's not too bad. I mean, they'd be good for going with your Terminator figures, all kinds of figures. I mean, I wish I'd bought more of them. I just thought they were cool, and I thought I'd tell everybody about them. Dollar store skeleton garland, and it looks like, yeah, it's just got this string on there that can be cut off. They're looped on there, and could use those as diorama pieces. I mean, all kinds of things. I mean, there's literally all kinds of things you could use these for with action figures. This I've had for a long time. This is the McFarlane Army of Darkness movie Maniacs figure. I've got some other ones too. I do want to get look at the little ash there. Is that cool or what? I love that movie, the Necronomicon. But anyway, this is about my haul, not about this figure. Maybe I'll do something about this figure here later in future videos. But anyway, thanks for watching, and please subscribe, and we'll see you next video.